Alright, sup guys, well this is CPQ, and I'm pretty much underpowered compared to this Aaron. So anyway, yeah, this is pretty much where to train at this level. As you can tell, my damage is pretty bad, but we're gonna fix that eventually. So CPQ, for those of you that don't know, basically all it is just killing monsters and trying to get more points than the other team. So yeah, there's not much else to it. Now the reason why this is the best place to train from level 30 to level 50 is because people tend to trade wins in CPQ. And by that I mean they tend to, you know, I win first and I get the experience, and then you win first and you get the experience. So they also tend to summon for each other a lot, so I'm gonna work on that right now. First I'm gonna summon the speed up buff, and I think they wanted Master Chronoses, so let's get some of those out. So yeah, damage, pretty bad. But hey, I'm barely level 30, so I guess I can excuse that. Now the skill that I'm using right there, Ground Smash, as you can tell it has a pretty nice range. Because I explained last time, like the range of Slash Blast is just terrible. So it's just a good one too. It's a good attack just to get either enemies to pay attention to you, or just in general to cover a nice bit of range. And it's pretty much like second job Brandish. Alright. Just telling them to keep summoning because they aren't doing anything. So another thing to note about CPQ is that you can't use your own potions. You have to use the potions that you get on the ground. And yeah, now they finally summoned Rombots. Rombots have a ton of HP, but they give out a ton of experience as well, so it's definitely why they're the best choice. Pretty much the best monster to level up on. But as you can tell, my range is just horrible. Dang, my damage is pretty bad too. As you can see, Rombots have a ton of HP. But, you know, as I get to a higher level, they're just going to become easier and easier to kill. So as you can tell, Ground Smash is probably the superior build, to a certain extent, because as soon as you start getting, you know, they just don't like summoning. But the frickin' room just gets filled up with these guys. Oh man, I seriously just want them to summon because this becomes insane experience really fast. See, now that I have like 4 of them here together. As you can tell, Aarons have really just good damage per minute. You know, they're pretty weak, to be honest. They're just really weak. But the thing about them is that... Where am I going on with this? They attack fast. So that's definitely where it balances out. But actually, post-Chaos, they are pretty strong, so just forget what I just said. Definitely 3rd job and 4th job, they're just huge powerhouses. We're not making Nair, we're making a fighter. seriously just want to get in the mobs, even if I am killing my partner's monsters. So there we go, I just got a level up, and I'm actually going to stop the action and add to Weapon Mastery. Now what Weapon Mastery does is it makes my damage a lot more stable. And geez, these guys aren't dropping any maple coins. See, as you can tell, for small mobs, ground smash is the way to go. Like I said, second job brandish pretty much. Alright, I'm gonna try to snag this coin here. Just hope I can loot fast enough. For some reason yeah, I got it. Now the reason why I want maple coins is because I'm too lazy to find the sword that I want. You can buy it for maple coins, so at level 35 I'm trying to get this sword called the Lionheart, which is a fast two-handed sword. Making one of the best swords to use up until level 50. And then at level 50, you should be upgrading to pretty much any other sword. The attack difference should help. You know, it should be better for training thanks to the attack difference. But there's actually another better sword called the Japanese map, which, once again, is a fast speed. And it's a two-handed sword. Now, for those of you that don't know why it matters that it's a two-handed sword, the thing is that weapons have multipliers. What these multipliers are is pretty much what the attack means on the weapon. Like, a two-handed sword multiplies your thingy, I think, by like 1.5. I don't know. But let's just assume for my comparison it's 1.5. Actually, I think it's at 1.3. I just know that weapon attack isn't that important for warriors. Anyway, let's just assume that it's 1.3. So, in turn, one-handed weapons have a multiplier of like 1.2 or 1.12, I think it was. Something like that. So, basically, two-handed swords not only have more attack, but a higher multiplier, so they increase your range by a lot. And the only difference between them is the speed. Well, not the only difference, but one of the main factors of why one-handed is better than two-handed is speed. Later on, when damage per minute matters, like in Lionheart Castle, the speed of your weapon really matters. So yeah, most one-handed swords are fast 5, and two-handed swords are number 6. But the exception to the rules are the second job swords that I was mentioning, the Lionheart and the Japanese map. They're both fast 4, making them as fast as a Red Katana. Red Katana and the newly released Pyro sword, which I'm probably going to be looking for one. I have a level 80 sword that's two-hand, that's better than a one-hand. I'm probably going to switch to Pyro eventually, so I might as well start using it. Especially since both Big Bang Brandish is in third job, so Brandish is probably a lot more important than... Oh man, that maple coin's gonna go away. Yeah, oh well. Alright, so there we pretty much won that trade win. Pretty close game. So, I should be getting another win for that. Well, another level. So as you can tell, leveling up in these levels is really, really fast. Yep, another level. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm gonna have weapon mastery at 5. Actually, I'm just gonna boost up to 6, but pretty much for the next 2 levels, I'm gonna use booster so that it can last a minute. And I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna make my next video at level 35 when I have a little bit more skills and things have changed a bit. So see you next time.